Good morning and good morning, and thank you for coming to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. We trust that you are doing great this fantastic day. It's my birthday week. There's been some inconsistencies in posting, I understand, and my apologies for that. Well, kind of, sort of, but not really. um, I experienced my 63rd birthday this week, and it ain't like I've been busy because I have been. My birthday, my birthday started off at 8 o'clock, taking the cat to the vet. My co-host TC Tobines, now TC Bale, because she's an older Southern lady, so we call her TC Bale. We are at the vet at 8 a.m. on my birthday. And then, of course, I had to go to the DMV to get tags for my car because that's how we do it here in Florida. I could have done it online. I know, but it didn't happen. So, and the law says that you got to have tags on your birthday, and no one ever checks. So I'm just didn't want that overly zealous new Tampa Police Department guy to be checking my tags and see that well, it's going to expire someday this month. Oh, his birthday has passed. Let's pull him over. Uh, I did not need that. I do not want that. So off to the DMV I went and got that taken care of, and then I went to work because at this age, at my age, with my mentality, all I want to do on my birthday is what I want to do. And what I love doing is working. I love my job. I love the people I interact with. I love it. So it was a great day. Thank you so much. And for all of you folks who wish me a happy birthday on Facebook, thank you ever so much. What I need you to do, if you want to give me a present and you haven't subscribed to this broadcast, to this YouTube channel, that's what I need for my birthday. I need people to subscribe to the Morning Report. That's what I need you to do for my birthday. If you want to give me a present, that's the perfect present. You don't have to hit the notification bell, so you won't get a notice. So you won't be you don't be inundated with notifications and all that stuff. I know nobody wants that, but if you would do that for me, you would click. If you would share this and you would subscribe to the channel, that would be the best present ever. Thank you ever so much. All righty. Maybe you won't after this, but hopefully you will. There was an article in Town Hall magazine by a dude named Matt Vespa, wrote it on the 7th of September. Um, and it's entitled Some in the GOP Have to Realize That This 2024 Fantasy is Never Going to Happen. Some people don't like her, but I personally don't have any intense feelings one way or the other towards former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. She has a resume and experience to be president. She's got great skills on the stump, but the base has to agree. And right now, they don't want her. Vespa says that maybe 10 years ago, she and Mike Pence would have had a better shot when the Tea Party movement was in its heyday. That's been replaced by the neo-populist wave that Trump rode in 2016. Hailey comes off as a DC product who, like many when elected, could become infected with Potomac syndrome, whose symptoms can present in two forms: complete amnesia of promises made on the campaign trail or being outright co-opted by special interests. Usually it's a combination of the two. If we were honest, it's the sludge that lines the bottom of the DC swamp. So when the new polling showed her handily beating Joe Biden, the clamoring for some is that she must be the nominee next year because she's our best bet. Put down the Hunter Biden crack pipe, please. This is from the New York Post. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is the only GOP presidential candidate who would beat President Biden in a hypothetical 2024 matchup, according to a new poll. Haley, who is 51, had a six percentage point lead over Biden, who's 80. in a CNN SSRS poll released Thursday, with the president trailing Haley 49% to 43%. She's the only Republican candidate to dispatch above the polls on the polls 3.5 point margin of error. Meanwhile, the other GOP candidates all polled neck and neck with Biden under the margin of error. Former President Donald Trump, 77, drew 47% against Biden, who had 46%, and former Vice President Mike Pence, who is 64, bested him 46 to 44. All right. Folks, we've had 1,000 conversations about polls. These polls are like sports pundits who are equally abysmal doing their annual win-loss analysis for every team in the NFL as the season begins. We need to play the games first. We've seen the first match with the GOP debate, and one thing is clear, it's that the GOP base hasn't and probably will not abandon Trump this cycle. You saw that when Hailey threw this line into the melee, we have to face the fact that Trump is the most disliked politician in America. We can't win a general. The audience was not warm to that remark. Whether you agree with it or not, September 2023 and these general election matchups mean little. They mean nothing, actually, especially since Hailey needs to win the primary first. She needs to win a primary first, which she probably won't do. Trump is like a 30+ points ahead of everybody, with a core of diehard supporters who, along with other Republican voters, rightly feel that Biden is imminently beatable, and Donald Trump is the only candidate that can pull that off. That's true. I don't believe that's true necessarily, but a lot of people are right there who really believe that Donald Trump is the only person. And I'm going to veer off for a second. If President Trump believes that the 2020 election was stolen from him, I still haven't heard one thing that he has said, not one. And if there's one thing that he said, if you guys could point me to that in the comments, I would appreciate that. That says that he's found a way to make sure that what happened in 2020, what he says happened in 2020, doesn't happen in 2024. How do you stop it? If it happened once, how do you stop it again from happening again? What have you done? Who have you participated with? What lengths have you taken to make sure it doesn't happen again? Just asking a question, man. I'm just asking a freaking question. I don't think that, and like I said, I think Nikki Haley is eminently qualified. She fits. She checks all the boxes off for me. I'm a fan of governors. I think that the Constitution needs to be changed to make it so only governors can run for president, because they've sort of done the job in a micro kind of way. And she has foreign policy experience. She was the ambassador to the U.S. ambassador to the UN. And she's great in public. She's got all the stuff except the support of the party. So I don't, So if anybody is thinking that in my opinion that Nikki Haley, and I've got a couple of friends who are saying that they're really looking at Nikki Haley as a nominee, and if she makes it to our state, people will vote for it. Great. I don't think it's going to make any difference. That's not what the real battle is going to be. Real battle is going to be exactly what you think it's going to be. It's going to be Trump DeSantis in the primaries. And we'll just have to see how people vote, won't we? Vespa likens all this to football people, sports people, sports pundits, who have already said who's going to win the Super Bowl. Not one game has been played, but not one game's been finished right now. While I'm taping this, recording this, I'm not taping it because I'm not getting tape out of this. While we're recording this, there's a football game. There's the first part of the season going on, and right now it's the Kansas City Chiefs up 20-14 over the Detroit Lions. And this doesn't mean that the Detroit Lions are going to have a horrible season, and it doesn't mean that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. Doesn't mean anything right now. It is 11 minutes and 32 seconds in the fourth quarter of the first game. Doesn't mean anything. But there's more decided in the NFL right now than has been decided in GOP politics. And that's the truth. So listen, the line about put the Hunter Biden crack pipe down is a really good line. Put it down. Let's look at what's real. Let's look at, and you know what, and let's see what happens. You know, I'm a big believer. Let's see what happens. This past weekend, Brian Kelly, the coach of the LSU Tigers, I know all these football analogies. Sorry, ladies, it's football season. Sorry if you don't like sports. Sorry if you're mad at football. I'm going to use a lot of football analogies because that's what I do. The coach of the LSU Tigers on his podcast before the game said that, of course, we're going to go out there. He said, of course, we're going to go out there and beat the heck out of Florida State. Well, at one point in the game, it was 45-17 Florida State. It ended up 45-24 as LSU got a touchdown in garbage time. But what didn't happen was they didn't beat the heck out of Florida State. As a matter of fact, what happened is they got the heck beat out of them by Florida State. So you got to play the game. We got to get some games played. And the games we have to get played are the primaries. And then we'll be able to figure out who has momentum. So don't toss in your entire lot right now. Keep your powder dry. Let's see what happens. Support who you think is a good idea. Pray about it. Support them. Send them a few bucks. That's the best way. And then vote for them when you get an opportunity. That's about all you can do. My name is Willie Lawson, and this has been the Morning Report. The Morning Report is a production of fightbackmedia.com, 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 and fightbackmediatv.com. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.